Good Friday afternoon, everybody that wants to tune in. Bam! It's your boy, Mr. Yo 11. Take a sip of that Sprite. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys follow me, you'll know that Facebook has a Craps at Cherokee page, or a Harris Cherokee casino page, or whatever it is. Anyway, I got word out that we had a freaking unicorn in the house. So I was like, yeah, right. I convinced my wife, I said, baby, rumor is that they got $10 tables over there in Cherokee. She said, no, it ain't. I only seen 15 and 25. I said, no. I say, hey, my man just now clicked on this thing right here, and boom, I got the notification that said, just left Cherokee, we got $10 tables. I said, uh-oh. I said, I ain't never seen nothing like that. I've been playing in Cherokee for 4 years. Been practicing for about a year. Really practicing. I've had this table almost a year, not quite. But been practicing on a practice station for quite a while. But with the table, with the neoprene and underlayment and the new felt, I've been practicing for about a year now. So, fairly new at trying to get dialed in as close as I could get to what the table conditions are in Cherokee, North Carolina. So sure enough, my wife said, I'll let you go over there. Come on, let's go. I said, no way. That's a rare occasion when my wife's like, yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? Because we got kids and stuff. We got all this stuff to do. And, it's ongoing. When you got a family, something's always going on there where you can't really get to the casino as much as you would like to. But that's a good thing, because you can either win a lot of money or you can lose a lot of money too. So the limitations are a good thing. In my case, because if you follow me, like you said, when I first started this game out, I threw it away. I threw the money away. But now that I'm getting a better understanding, I'm doing a lot better in my gaming. With that being said, we pulled up. We pulled up yesterday, and sure enough, we go over there, and she said, go check it out. I got my free play logged in, and they gave me 75, I think maybe 125. Yeah, $125 of free play. And then they gave me some slot play, which was good for my wife. Some free slot play as well. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So, I'm going to walking around, and they got a regular craps table over there. This is on the side by the cashier's cage, the OG style. You got your roller win table. Then they put 2 blackjack tables or pokers, and then you got the crap tables that go all the way around the other side. So the other 2 tables are at the back now. The good tables that you could toss on. The crapless craps table was $10. The regular craps table that they had open on the opposite side was $15. So I go around there, and it was packed. And I come back, and sure enough, my spot was open. Right here on the crapless table. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get on there. We didn't stay that long. I just wanted to see the $10 table. Sure enough, it was $10. I was like, oh man, I wish I could have got a picture of it, but they still act anal over there about, don't take no pictures. Don't pull your phone out, stuff like that. If you get your phone out, you actually got to step away from the table. They turn your bets off, stuff like that. Anyway. I get in my position. There's a guy over here, there's another guy over here, and there's a guy right here. Me, space, and then another guy that's just quiet, very quiet. I like that. The guy that is standing right here, I'm going to give you a quick rundown. He had 200, and okay, if you know how the craps table works, you got the hop 7s right here, and then you got your C and E, which you don't need them on the craps table, because if you hit the numbers, bam, it is what it is. Except for the 7, you get paid on the come out roll. But they do have the hop 7s like right up in here on that table. This guy had $200 and something on the hop 7s, which would pay you like $910 every time somebody rolled a 7. Whatever. But he was loaded in black chips up top. Don't know how he was hedging that. Didn't ask him. I came in with $500 to play my game. What I know. Okay? Alright, so I get on the table. I immediately am able to buy in because the guy had just hit the point. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I buy in for my $500. I got my free play vouchers, which was all good. I just lay him down on the pass line. Guy down there that just hit the point, he goes in, and he rolls a 7 on the come out roll. So my vouchers, they take them, and then they give me the $75. They take the vouchers. I think that's BS. They should give me $150. But it's their casino. Do whatever you want. I 6-8 him. Okay. I go on a 6-8 with him. You know, he hit the 7 on the first roll. I 6-8 him. And sure enough, he hits the 6 on the come out roll. Of course, you know I'm hopping them. So, I get paid on my hops. Once again, I like that. I like when I can get paid immediately when I get on the table. Just so happened to work out. Alright, he hits the 6. Then the point becomes the 6. He hits a 5, a 8, a 9, 7 out. This is going to sound like I'm repeating myself, but I can't make it up, and my wife is there, so I know it's not made up. The next guy that's on the table in the hook right here is a random roller. Yes! This guy was actually setting the dice over here. He was doing a pretty good little toss. Alright? Which is fine. The guy over here in the hook is another shaken baker. Yes! That guy goes on probably about a 10, 12 roller, which actually worked out really good for me. Because I 6-8 him. I think his point might was the 9. I 6-8 him. And then I was able to spread out to the 5, the 4, and the 10 on him on a $10 table. Which was kind of weird because the dealers were even having issues. Like, they were like, oh, you know, because they're so used to $15 tables, when it was time to pay out whatever a 6 was, they were actually trying to pay out like $21. So whoa. And Patricia, which was the box, she was like, no, it's a $10 table, $10 table. They were getting confused. The dealers were actually getting confused because they're so used to paying on $15 tables till they were actually paying over and having to retract payment. That's how funny that was. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That shit was a unicorn. The $10 table is not a normal for Cherokee. It's either $15 or $25. He goes on a really good roll. I love it. I rack up probably about $100, maybe $200 off of them. All right. Good roll. The next guy is the older gentleman that is right here that has got the hops for 210s. He never takes them down. It don't matter what rolls. He's got black chips out here. I'm talking like this guy made some money. It was right here, but he left that $220 up on the hop 7s. He never took it down. I don't care if an 8 rolled, a 6 rolled, a 5 rolled. He was across, and they were all stacked up black chips. I mean, when the 4 hit, he made $1,000. Just put it to you like that. When the 10 hit, he made $1,000. He had him 500 here. I think these were like at 420, or he was making money regardless of what hit. The 220 on the hop 7s never came down. It didn't affect him. He had a nice toss. He had a nice little soft little Uncle Mel toss, which ended up being really good. He hit the 7 3 times on the come out roll, but he had his bets working up here. So every time, that's what I didn't understand, what he was doing here with the hop 7s, with the 220 on the hop 7s, with all this money up here. He was actually losing money on his own roll because he had so much money up here. This wasn't covering it. So every time he hit a 7, of course he made the 920, but they were like, okay, we'll take this out. You owe us $500 more or $600 more to keep everything up. He rolled that shit like 3 times. And I know it was like $1,800 that he had to give him, but he still got the little $900. Okay, that's a win. We're in almost in the beginning of fall here, man. Those are leaves falling. I thought it was raining. Anyway, he goes on a pretty good roll, man. He's got everything locked in on the ATS, and I was up there on the ATS 555, except for the bookends. Never hit him. Never could get a bonus bet. Never happened. So squash that. He goes on a pretty good roll. I say his roll, he probably rolled maybe 14, 15 times. Good quality roll. 4 through 10. Very dominant in box numbers. He hit the 11. He hit the 3. Never got the 2 and 12, which was fine. Who cares? You're making money on your box numbers. That's what mattered. Okay. So, he finally 7s out. He collects his money. I'm up. I'm incog. I don't have no Yo 11 gear on. I've got a Nike shirt on, some sweatpants, and a Cincinnati Reds hat on. Y'all already know, if you've seen my video, I love my Cincinnati Reds. I got my hat on. I get the dice. I'm in my spot. I do my set. This shit right here, I can't make this shit up, man. This is funny. I set the dice like that. Alright? 3, 6, 6, 5. We had Troy. We had Patricia. We had Bang. What was that lady's name that you told me? What was the dealer's name? The lady that I couldn't remember her name. You said it. You said it earlier. Rhonda. Bingo. Okay, my wife's sitting right here. So, Rhonda was here, and then we had a Karen. A lady named Karen, which I'm pretty sure people know she's a blonde-headed lady. We always pick on her because her name is Karen. You know, Karens get a bad reputation, but she's a good person. Alright, so Karen's a stick. Alright, so Troy, he knows who I am, but what he did was kind of messed up. I automatically go 5, 6, 8, 9. Because I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to the casino if I'm not confident in what I'm doing. You know, I'm just not. If I don't feel as if I could go to the casino and make a little bit, I don't care if it's $100, I'm not gonna go. It's just, it ain't worth it for me. All right. So, and besides, I like the game, but I know what I should be capable of doing, and then if I know if it ain't working, I know to pull away and get the hell off the table. All right. So we got our crew. Everybody's doing good. The dealers are doing fair because it's a $10 table. I get the dice. I set them up. 3, 6, 6, 5. I pick them up like this right here. I lock in where I need to be, just like this. If y'all seen me practice, you know that I'm holding these dice as light as possible. I mean, they can fall out of my hand any moment. This is just a simple grip that I have been taught. 2-finger grip with the closure. Bam. I mean, these dice can fall any minute. You know, I mean, I don't even have to do much to make them. It's a light grip. I mean, I barely got these things in my hand, which it looks like I got them tight, but no. I mean, dude, it's nothing. So I grab the dice. I bring them in. I close in on them like this right here, and I toss them, and they go clack clack. They hit the table. They go clank clank. 8. All right, 8 becomes my point. This ain't no lie. This ain't no lie. I'm telling you, right? So I get the dice right back. They bring the dice right back in. 8 becomes the point. I do the same thing. I lock it in. Bring it in close. Clack, clack. 8 right back. Alright. So I automatically smash the point. Bam. Puck goes off. Everybody's like, okay, damn, that shit look good. That shit look real good. And for me, being out here practicing all the time on this bouncy surface, that crapless table, it's not that bouncy. I'm going to tell you right now, the crapless table that is up top, right next to the cashier's cage, is not a bouncy table. It is definitely playable. So I grab the dice again, toss them down there, bam, bam, clack, clack. I hit the point of 3. All right, we're on the crapless table, so now the point becomes 3. All right, I already bucked down that 8. Get the dice, set them up, lock them in. Go like this right here. Lock them in, clack, clack. 3. Instantly. Instantly hit the 3. I mean, it was like clockwork. Bam. Point goes off. All right. I just buckshotted 2 points back to back on this table because I'm so used to tossing on a bouncy surface to where when you get on not a semi, I guess you can call it semi-bouncy or whatever, or maybe not as bouncy as semi, maybe a little less than semi, playable, I would call it. I toss the dice again and they just flop. I'm hopping the 6s hard 6. Bam. I get paid on it. They mark the 6. I get the dice again. And as soon as I go like this right here and I'm about ready to toss, Troy says, hey, where you been at, man? And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, what are you doing? You know, like, why are you talking to me? My wife even was like, they didn't do that to anybody else on the table. They didn't do that to nobody else on the table. So I ended up hitting a hard 8. After he did that, and the dice still went click, click. And I was like, man, I've been all over, man. You know, like, I've been, working and this and that, and my wife was like, I can't believe they did that. I said, that was, what's happening. So, because they actually realized what was happening. So, I go on to, tossing the dice. And he said something again as I tossed the dice. When I tossed the dice, he said, yeah, I noticed I ain't seen you again. Yeah, in a minute. I was like, well, I've been here the other night, but you wasn't here. So I started, giving them a little small conversation. And I could tell that what they were doing, I was like, okay, it's fine. I usually have the TV on in the background or some music or whatever when I'm practicing. I try, look forward to the distractions, or either my wife will send my kids out here or whatever. So I look forward to the distractions. And sure enough, I hit the 6, and they just keep on talking. Well, what really distracted me was not Patricia, but Deborah. I think her name is Deborah. No, it's Brenda. I'm sorry. I messed her name up. Her name is Brenda. She reminds me of a person that is of a stick person at the Hard Rock down in Biloxi. I mean, it's our identical twin. Brenda comes up and starts talking with Patricia and starts telling Patricia that there was a group of people that had came in, and the way they were tossing the dice, the guy would toss the dice and they would just drop. They wouldn't even, she said the guy's toss was so, she didn't use the word controlled. She said the guy, when he tossed the dice, they were going through the air so, together to when they hit the back wall, they just dropped. When they hit the back wall, they dropped. She said she's never seen nobody do that in all the years that she has been there. And they just kept talking about it. So I got distracted because I was listening at the conversation, and she said it was a group of them. So there's a group of people maybe from out of town or whatever. They came to Cherokee and they took them. They took them for a minute. They took them for a bit. But she said when they tossed the dice, they dropped. She said she never seen them hit the back wall and just drop. I was like, I wonder whether that was Cashier's Cage. I said, I wonder whether Cage has got somebody together, because he does that. His dice, he knows how to, everybody knows Cage does the chopper toss, and he stacks the dice or whatever. I don't know whether he snuck over to the casino or not, but if you ever watched them toss, him or Sarge, they'll grab them dice like that right there, and then they'll do a little, and they do that. Exactly what that happened, like that right there. She didn't say whether he stacked them or not, but I know that there are certain people out there in the craps community that can take the dice and stack them and toss them and make them lay down flat, just like that right there. Me personally, I can't do it. I've tried it. I don't know how to do it, but whoever came there, I think they were tossing the chopper or the whatever you want to call it, whatever they want to call it. But when she said that they just tapped the back wall and just laid down, I was like, oh shit. I was like, I've heard of that before. Anyway, I end up getting distracted by that, and my wife had finally came up from the slot machine. She used the free play up, and I end up hitting the point. I hit the point again, and then I think I rolled 2 more times, and she said it was, how many rolls, babe? She might have already left and went and got the kid. It was like 12 rolls. 12 rolls that I had rolled. Okay, so it wasn't nothing to brag about, but it felt good being able to, set up my dice like I do here, and take them, toss them, and make them do what they're supposed to do. Down there on the hit the back wall, lay down, give me the results that I'm looking for. All right, so the dice go to the guy after I was 7 out, and I'm like, damn, there was a group of people here that actually was doing that, but I missed them. We missed them because we were supposed to be there earlier, but we were waiting on a Walmart order to come here so that we could prepare dinner, because we were going to leave, go to the casino, and then come back. She was crock potting some kind of, it was a Spanish dish that was in a crock pot, like a chicken enchilada, something like that, but it was excellent. Trust me, when we got back from the casino and that thing was done, oh my gosh, it was so good, so good. But with that being said, the guy right here, he's like, nope, I'm not shooting those dice. At this time, my wife's like, how's the table going? I'm like, okay, it's going pretty dang decent. She said, well, let me get $50. I said, okay, you want to play? She's like, yeah, I'll play with you. So we, the guy down here, he gets the dice again, and I 6-8 him, and she don't do anything. I said, just wait and see what happens. Sure enough, he promptly 7s out. The Shaker Baker guy gets the dice again, and he rolls, and of course, that summer gun hits that damn 6 again, 5-1-6. He hits the 6, I get paid on that, so I'm able to 6-8 him. The point becomes a 6, I 6-8 him. My wife gets on, and she takes all $50, and she puts the 25 on the 5 and the 25 on the 9. 25 on the 5, 25 on the 9, and I'm just on the 8 because I had the pass line down, and it looks like that right there. That shake and bacon guy goes on a freaking hell of a roll. He does. I don't know what's up with Cherokee lately, man. I mean, he goes on a hell of a roll. He hits the 4. He hits the 5. He hits the 6. He hits the 8, the 9, the 12. He hits the 10. He hits the 2. The only thing this guy is missing is the 3 and 11, and he never hits them. But he tears the insides up. I mean, the $50 that I gave my wife, at the time that when he got done rolling, she had $400 in her rack. I was like, you made that much? Then I looked at mine. I had like $1,200. I won $1,200 off of a random rolling guy again. I was like, damn, maybe I should start doing this shit. But I was like, nah, no, I want to see what I can make the dice do. So no, I'm not going to become a random roller. No, that's just not going to happen. He promptly 7s out. The guy that was standing next to him that kept hopping the 7s, he was winning, but he was losing $220 every time. He was winning big. I mean, at one time he had his 4 up to 1,000. So he was actually at table max, because the $10 table is at 3,000. They was like, no, you can't go no more. They stopped him from betting. He made a lot of money on this random roll guy. This guy, after he finally 7'd out, he never hit the 3 or the 11. This guy, he got the dice and he 0.7'd out, grabbed up with his winnings, and he walked away. I said, all right, we got enough time to do one more toss. So I made like $1,200, and my wife made $400. I said, I'm going to roll one more time, and then we'll get the hell up out of here. All right, so I rolled again, had 8, I think it was an 8 or 9 roller, all box numbers, 5 through, I think my point was 8. I hit the 5, the 6, 9, I hit the 10, never hit a 4, kept hitting a 5 and 6, got those pressed up pretty good. Made a little bit more money off of that. My wife did too. So after I finally 7 out, my wife got the dice. I said, my wife, she's not tall, so she's short. She's like 5'2" or whatever. Anyway, she was all the way in the hook over here because she gave me my space. I was like, baby, you'll never be able to shoot on a crapless table from all the way over there. So they were like, she can move. I was like, you guys will let her move? I said, because she can't. I said, trust me, if she tossed those dice, they'll end up right here at the E. I said, she's not going to be able to make it. And they're like, yeah, we'll let her move. So me and my wife actually got to switch positions. Perfect. I moved down here to the hook. She moves in my spot, which I was stick left 2, but she went to stick left 1 right next to Karen. They had switched, of course they had switched throughout all the rows where Karen was back, and they let her move. So when she got up to tossing, I said, baby, just do whatever. I said, can't do no worse than, what that guy just did. He just .79. I said, and then we're going to leave after this. So it's all good. She said, okay, I'll shoot. She got the dice. And the first, she's like right here with her short little arms. And the first thing she does is she rolls a 6. She makes money for her husband. I like that. I was like, damn. She hit the freaking 6 for me. I was like, yay. So she hits the 5-1-6. The point becomes the 6. She rolls a 5, an 8, and a 9, which I had went 5, 8, 9. She rolls all of those numbers for me, and then bam, she hits the 6 again. Perfect. It was awesome. I'm telling them your story right now, hon.
Oh, cool.
So, she hits the 6.
Hey, I'm gonna run to get the kids.
Okay, I'll be in there in a minute when you get back, okay? So, she hits the 6. Alright. We all get paid on the 6. There's another 2 guys that had just joined the table. They were like, oh man, that was awesome. Alright, so point goes off. She grabs the dice again, and she was setting it like this. It was a 3 and a 1. I doubt if she even knew what she was doing, but she would go like this, and then she would go, bam, and the point became a 4. I was like, okay. I was like, if I know women, I've played on the table with women before, and I know women can shoot 4s and 10s. I don't care what type of woman it is, they can hit 4s and 10s. I've been on tables enough in Cherokee that if a woman's on the table, you better have a bet on the 4 and the 10 because they will hit them. Sure enough, my wife goes, I bet the 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10 because I made a little bit of money off of there, and it's a $10 table. I'm up right now. I'm way up. I bought it for $500. I'm like $1,400. So I get the 10. She tosses the dice. She hits the 10. I don't know how the hell I just did that, but that's funny. Right there. 6, 4, 10. So she hits the 10. Alright, so we're all having fun. We're like, oh, damn. Go ahead, Lady Luck. So she does her little 3-1. I don't know where the hell she get that from, but it worked in her favor. She did her little round, and then she went like that right there, and sure enough, bam, hit the damn 10 again. I don't know how the hell I'm doing this, but it's working. I did it again. She hit the 10 again. Alright. I'm not even going to toss them no more because I don't know how that's happening. Anyway, she hits the 9, she hits the 5, she hits the 8, and then guess what? She damn buckshots that damn 4. Hard 4. She hits that damn 4. Good job, Mrs. Joe 11. Pounces back on the damn 4. Alright, so, sure enough, point goes off. Everybody's happy. She picks up the dice, her little 1-4 little thing that she does, and what do you think she hits? She hits the damn 10. Point becomes the 10. Alright, don't know how she did it. She hits the 5, the 6, the 8, and then, sure enough, tosses them and hits the damn 10. She hits the damn point of 10. Point goes on. Everybody's like, oh shit, man, we got a lucky lady on the table. Alright. She gets the dice again, sets her little 3-1 or whatever. You know, because I noticed that she had the 6 and the 4 pointing towards her. So she throws the dice and she hits a 5. Her point becomes a 5. We're like, damn, there ain't no way she's gonna hit that damn 5. Sure enough, she's done hit 3 points in a row. She sets her dice up, and sure enough, she hits the 6, the 8, the 9, the 4, hard again, and guess what else she hits? The damn 5. She hits the damn 5. Sure enough, my wife is going on a freaking heater right now. She's done hit 4 points. I'm looking at the time. It's about 3:45. I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna. If she don't do something, we're gonna get stuck here. So she lines them up again, toss them up, and the point becomes a 9. Sure enough, she lines them up, gets them, tosses, 6, 8, 5, 4, bam. She hits the 9. It's bam, 4 o'clock. I said maybe it's 4 o'clock. I think I kind of messed her up. If I wouldn't have messed her up, I bet she could have kept on rolling. It was weird how she was doing it. She would just take the dice, go like this right here, and just let them go, just like that. But she kept the same. She kept the same thing, but she hit that damn 9. The last point of hers was the 8. All right, so we're all making money. Not saying a word. I mean, she's hit every point so far. I was playing odds. She was playing odds. She tossed it, made the point of 8, and I think she hit maybe the 5, the 4, the 10, no 9. Her last number was a 6, and then she finally 7'd out. Good roll, everybody. Yay! Bam, 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 bam. Everybody's so happy. You know, I was like, all right, color coming in. You know, I'm up $1,700. She was up 6 something because she don't bet. She just telling me, press 1 unit. And at a $10 table, it is what it is. You know, and she would do like a $10 pass line, and then she'd do like maybe $15 behind it, or if it was even, she'd do 16. She don't care, you know what I'm saying? She's just there to have a little bit of fun and just be right there beside me, which was awesome. I loved it that she actually finally picked up the dice. I've been trying to tell her, shoot the dice, girl, just do it. Who cares? I mean, we're all here to, you know, just play the game. You know, you never know. You might go on one. You know, look at the guy that was down there going like this right here. He freaking went on a blast, you know? So I was like, what's the worst you could do? She was super excited. She made her some more money. It was fun. I think we colored up. I colored up. And she colored up 600 something. I colored up 1785. I gave them $35 out of that. We went to the cage, took the excess money. I think she had like 660 bucks. She took the $60. I took what did I have? I think I had like $70. Yeah, I had less than that. I'm sorry. I had like $30 after that, because I remember I colored up 17. When they had counted it out at the cage, they gave me $1,730, and they gave her like 660 bucks. Off of $500, and she started off with 50 bucks. which was awesome. So we had another good session. So we took the excess money after going to the cage and coloring up, and we went to the little buffalo machine. You know, she was like, I had a little bit of fun on that little machine. I said, all right, we got 15 minutes. I said, we'll go over here and we'll use the excess, you know, we'll keep all the hundreds and use the excess money and put it in the machine. So, of course, we side-by-side machines, and we're in there, and my machine, I put my money in the machine, and I hit a bonus automatically. I'm not trying to get into slot play, but I'm going to tell you right now, this shit's fun. It is fun. So, my shit hits a damn bonus. Buffalo! Again. So I'm like, I kind of like this Buffalo game, but I don't, because I need to stick with craps. And she was on one that was right next to me that was like some kind of volcano, and it made like a noise or whatever every time the volcano would hit. My machine hits a bonus at $4.40, because we don't have much time. We got like 15 minutes. Let's just burn this little bit of money and get out. Shit, that son bitch, that rascal hit two more extra bonuses. I mean, it hit the bonus, gave me 8 spins, then it hit the bonus again, gave me 8 more spins, then it went 2 more times, hit the bonus again, gave me 8 more spins. I'm like, oh shit, we ain't gonna get out of here. It's like it was $4.40 a spin or something like that. Anyway, I'm over there trying to click this thing as fast as I can. It's going down and it's just ringing it up. I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. Her machine goes off. Boom, freaking volcanoes. I'm like, no! She was betting $8. I was like, uh-oh, this is fun. Oh my gosh. So I'm in the bonus, trying to get out of my bonus so we can get back across the mountain, because 5 o'clock's approaching. We got to get back across the mountain, even though it's only 25 minutes to get back to Franklin. We're getting close to 4:30. So her machine goes off. It's like 4:15. I'm like, dude, I don't know what we're going to do. So I finally run out, and my machine finishes out at $238. I'm like, good. I'm going to cash this shit out. Let's go. Her machine keeps on hitting. It hits all the way till right at 4:30. I'm like, well, you know, the latest you can pick the kids up is 5:30. Besides, the 5-year-old that's out here, Nova, that's out here with me all the time, she goes to school in Highlands. So my sister-in-law, she's the principal of the Highlands school, so she brings her back down. So I'm like, Rebecca, we got to get back to Franklin before Sarah gets down there, because she's got to drop Nova back off to us. So here we are being irresponsible parents sitting in the casino, you know. So she finally, you know, gets out of hers another $400-something. We walk away by just going there to see a $10 table. I walk away with $1,900. She walks away with, it's actually $1,900 and some, and she walks away with over $1,000. We walk out of the casino with we went in with $500 with over right at $3,000. It was crazy. So yesterday was a fun day. We almost went back today. Not gonna happen. I got sports bets in with college football, so I was like, no, we need to get some things done around here. And besides, we're actually going to one of my best friend's houses tomorrow. You guys will see the video once we get there and where we'll be at, and it should be a very fun time. I know a lot of people are probably wondering, where is Mr. Yo 11 and his wife and other people are going to be there as well. Where are we going? Well, tomorrow morning, you'll find out where we'll be at. And it's a surprise to everybody. I have been told that I can record there. And we are looking forward to having a good time. So I came out here to make this video. Of course, I still got to practice a little bit tonight. But I came out here to make this video to let you guys know Cherokee is popping right now with the crap tables. They are very playable, man. Like I'm telling you, it's shooting dice on a bouncy surface is what you need to do. If you don't shoot on a bouncy surface, you're gonna get to the casino and you're gonna get introduced to a bouncy surface, and then your shit's gonna go all over the place. Listen, when you toss on a bouncy surface, you're able to adjust yourself when you get to the casino, because it's not going to bounce like that if you get on the right table and your dice are acting correct. Alright, so with that being said, the crapless table, the first crapless table you come to right next to the cashier's cage in Cherokee at the casino is definitely playable. The dice are not bouncing all over the place. They are actually sitting pretty damn still. Just like that. So, that's all I got. Until tomorrow, guys. Until you guys see where I'm at. Of course, that video will be coming up here soon. It's Friday. Can't wait till tomorrow. Can't wait to see my friend, my best friend. And I look forward to seeing you guys as well. I had some people reaching out in the comment section. There will be a meetup in Murphy. A Mr. Yo 11 meetup in Murphy. I think my wife has given the date of October 26th. Murphy, North Carolina. Let's go. I've got some really good connections with dealers that are very advanced in the game. We all get on the table together. They know the bets. They know the payouts. They're quick. I've had nothing but good things to say about the Murphy Casino. And if you can make it, October 26th, you get to meet me. You get to play with me. You never know. We get to eat dinner together. It's going to be a good time. So, hey, you can make it to Murphy on the 26th of October. Let's go. Who wants to toss them till you boss them? I know I do. We'll see you on the next one. Here we go.